And good morning, everybody, to another, well, today's midday because I had things to do early this morning as I get to visit home for a few days. And first up, thank you to all the well-wishers, for the reception of, understanding when I explained why I've gone through my injuries and as I'm recuperating and recovering, the things that I'm able to now see for what it is. And what was great about it was that a lot of you, all of us, it's just like what we all go through, right? We all go through changes in our lives, and everybody was really nice to, explain their part or what happened or how it relates to them. And I've got some private messages of all of you that have actually shared their own issues that they have with health. Because they will talk about the health because of the injury and moving forward. But there were some interesting ways that people thought about their injuries. They would say, you know what, I'm broken. And the idea that, as I get older, I woke up, I'm broken now, or, they have had bad accidents in life, or some things happen to them where their vision of their self is that something's broken and it needs to be fixed. And I try to look at it this way because of my self-discovery of this, is are we ever really broken or do we just transform? The reason for that is because when things happen and we look at it as we are broken down, it's hard to fix something, it'll never be the same again. When you're born and you grow up, are you broken? Because when you were a baby, you're perfect, but as you age, are you breaking up? Are you broken down? I think we just transform. We just transform to another part and another challenge of our lives. Why? Because if I think of it that way, whatever happens to me is now visioned as a new challenge or a new way that I have to grow. If I lost this, is that the end of whatever I am? No, I will move with this. Why? Because we know a lot of people. We know a lot of survivors who go through life and they lose limbs. Our fallen warriors or our the veterans that come back. They're not really broken. They've just been transformed if you look at it that way. Because I don't want to see lesser of a person. I don't want anybody to think that they are lesser of a whole being because parts of them no longer work the way they used to. And think of it that way, because when we see people who've been able to go through, think about Cole, think about the other people who've been able to surpass the loss of a limb. One of the best, my favorite martial artist, Dan Rostohar. Dan was a veteran of a war and lost a limb. When I met him, you could barely tell that he actually has a prosthetic. And this guy who trains in ninjutsu is amazing with the way he's able to work. It will not stop. It never has stopped him. So that was just a transformation of his whole being. And I'd like to look at that way for what I'm going to do now and what I'm going to do next. And for all of you that looks at the idea of they've been broken down. You're not broken. There's nothing to fix. It's a transformation, a new challenge to move forward to something else. Because once again, it's all about what are we going to do in life? And life will always present you with challenges. The same idea is if you lose a loved one. We're not defined by the people we love. We are affected by the people we love. And if my soulmate dies, well, soul means afterlife. I will see you after life. I will miss you. I will miss being with you. But this is I think of a lifetime of a ruler, and maybe from inches 5 to 7 was my time with you. And when that's gone, maybe I left ahead of you, but that's it. But this is my lifespan here, and I'll remember those memories of that or the good things, or even relationships. I've had some who've lost their loved ones in terms of divorce or relationship breaking. Don't get angry at that. They may have left, but there was a time when in that ruler span of yours, like inches 5 and 6, where I spent time with you and I had a great time. But now guess what? I have now this other chapters of my life to move on, and transformation. So transformation is not just physical. It can also be through the way you live your life. So always think positive, because at least that's all we can do. Why do I look at it that way? It's the one thing I can control. And the one thing that I can move forward and accept it in an easier way, because it's going to get me to do things that I think are going to make me better. Make it better, have better attitude. So once again, thank you for all of you for sharing and giving me all these insights. At the same time, accepting that, we transform to be better, or we can transform, and whatever happens to us, it's just another challenge to move forward, because that's what life is all about. Doug Marcaida here, Morning Cup of Joe at home. Too big of a cup. Take care, folks. Have a good day.